What's going on? Today we are taking a look at the newest version of the Catapult V6 by Thrunite. This new version has a powerful max output of 2,836 lumens, which is going to be an increase of the previous version of 1,700 lumens. We're going to check out all the details, functions, and see if it's worth buying. Let's get started. Starting off with the contents in the box, the Catapult V6 comes with a few accessories, which is going to include the lanyard, the charging cable, and the sheath for easy carrying. In addition to that, it also comes with a few O-rings, a keychain ring, and extra rubber covers for the charging port. The size of the V6 is going to be 5.5 inches long, while the tail end is going to be 1.25 inch wide, and the head of the light will come at 2.25 inch wide, and the weight of the V6 without the battery is going to be 203 grams. Now, as far as what's powering the light, this is going to be powered by a Thrunite branded 5000 milliamp 26650 battery. Now, although it's a little thicker than the 21700 battery, which in turn makes the flashlight a little bit wider, it will be slightly more powerful at 3.7 volts, just giving it a little bit more runtime than the 3.6 volts on the 21700. Now, the functions of the V6 are going to be very similar to the previous Thrunite flashlights. You're going to have your Firefly mode, which is activated by holding down the button for 2 seconds. The Firefly mode is 0.3 lumens, and if left on, it will run on this mode for 70 days, which is a really long time. From there, we have the low mode, which is going to be 31 lumens, the medium at 270 lumens, the high mode at 1417 lumens. And finally, we get to your turbo mode, which is going to be the 2,836 lumens, and that's going to run for 220 seconds before it steps down to 1,313 lumens, and that's going to run an additional 89 minutes. Now, as far as runtime, I've never really used a flashlight for more than a few minutes at a time, so I think the runtimes will work just fine for most people. And if you're someone who uses a flashlight for longer periods of time than like your typical average person, then you can always purchase additional batteries as spares. Now, taking this outside at night, I was pretty impressed with the amount of light that this put out. I was pretty much able to see the whole entire area that I pointed this thing at. Now, as far as distance, this has a range of 692 meters, and although it was hard for me to catch that on camera, this is definitely brighter than what you can see here on the video. Now, this light, as you guys notice, has a very directed beam, so you definitely notice the hotspot, which allows you to really target and pinpoint like a certain area, which I really like about that. This light is just extremely bright, and it lights up absolutely everything. It is amazing light. Now, just to show you, here we have the Firefly mode. Now, here's the low, here's the medium, and now the high. And giving you one more look, this is with the light off, which is completely dark. And this is with the turbo mode activated, which is completely insane. Now, the only thing to know is that after having the light on turbo mode for about a minute or so, it does get pretty hot at the end of the lens, but as with any powerful flashlight, that is to be expected. Now, the area that I'm pointing the light out here is about maybe 100 yards, which, as you can see, it lights up the area really good. Once again, you can notice it on camera as well as I can, but any area I point this thing out, it is super bright. It's pretty amazing. Now, as far as one of the other upgrades that was changed from the previous version is now they upgraded the charging port to a USB-C, which is really great. I'm happy to see that, since now everything has switched over to that. There is no reason for any company to still be using micro USB, so I do like that. Now, on the lens, we're going to have a smooth reflector with the SST70 LED emitter. And this flashlight is also going to have a waterproof rating of IPX8, which means you can take it out in the rain or even dunk it underwater. Now, just going back to the sheath and carrying this for everyday use, usually I don't use the sheaths that come with flashlights, but in this case, since the V6 has a much wider design than your typical EDC flashlight, I found that the sheath was a great addition to this light because it allowed me to carry the V6 without having to take up any space in my pocket, which, as you can see, for this size of flashlight, it's just too big for a comfortable pocket carry. A couple other things that I did forget to mention: the housing on the V6 is going to be made out of aluminum, which means that it's going to be very tough and rugged. You can drop it, especially anywhere around body height, hip height. You're not going to have any issues whatsoever. And as far as other modes that I didn't mention earlier, it does have a memory mode, and it also has a strobe mode. Overall, I really enjoyed being out at night with this light and having something this powerful and bright in my hands. I definitely recommend it. And there you have it. That was the Thrunite Catapult V6. For more information on this flashlight, click on the link in the description below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.